Hi, I'm Paul Wilson, creator of the Body Swing and the director of the Paul Wilson Golf School at Bears Best Las Vegas. In this tip, I'm going to teach you how to do the neutral golf grip. So if you have followed my technique for any period of time, you would know that I promote the neutral grip. All right, that will allow you to hinge and rehinge your wrists in your golf swing. So I know a lot of people do a strong grip. All right, if you are that person, and you are looking to stop hitting hooked shots and stop inconsistent shots, then I would highly recommend you do a neutral grip. And this tip takes you step by step by step through exactly how to place your top hand and your bottom hand on the club to develop the neutral grip. All right, hopefully you enjoy this tip. If so, give me a thumbs up. Click on the button to subscribe to my channel, then click on the bell so you're notified when I post new tips, and tell all your friends about my tips. You know, there's so many people that struggle with the grip. That's a huge fundamental. If you tell them about this tip, I know it'll help them too. So why you want to do the neutral grip is because you want the club face in a square position at the top of the backswing, right here. If the face is square, you can now have loose wrists in the down and through swing. That's going to give you more distance and consistency. So if you're looking for the neutral position and the square position at the top, what we are looking for there, if you turn and maybe face a window or a mirror right here, or video your swing on your phone, what you want to do is you want to go to the top like this, and you want to hold the club at the top. Right here, you are looking for the leading edge of the face to be on the same angle as your forearm, the lead forearm, at the top of the backswing. This would be closed when the leading edge is more parallel to the ground. This would be open with the face pointing more straight down. All right, a square position would have the leading edge on the same angle as the forearm. So right here, if I go again, right here, so that should be pretty dead square right there at the top. And like I said, you can see that in video or down the line. All right, so I'm going to take you through the neutral grip, talk all about it, and then obviously you have to start learning how to do it. So if you're someone that does a strong grip and you're sick of hitting hooks and being inconsistent, then try the neutral grip. Very few people have a weak grip. Those are typically people I've seen learn the neutral grip, but they kind of overdid it, moved the hands too much on top, which rolls the face open. So that's probably 1% of everyone I've ever seen. Most people have a strong grip. So if you're that person, you want to learn how to take your arms out, build a powerful, effortless, pain-free golf swing, you need a neutral grip. All right? So give it a try. Doesn't take long, but it's different. Feels a little awkward, feels uncomfortable, but you have to keep doing it for about 30 balls in a row. Okay, typically when someone goes from strong to neutral, for a right-hander, they'd hit it over here. Lefties would hit it over here for upwards of about 30 balls. But you got to fight through it. You got to give me 30 in a row. And I would tee up the ball about a ½ an inch, do the grip, okay, do the neutral grip. Don't change it. Keep it on. You got to really concentrate, and then just start hitting some shots. Okay, you do that, you will see a huge advantage of doing a neutral grip. Okay, once you see the advantage, the ball is not going to start going all over the place. Once you get through that initial, let's say 30 balls, typically when I'm teaching people, it takes them about 30 balls to get it. Just keep your wrists loose, let it go, then you'll see the advantage, okay? And then hopefully you keep doing the neutral grip long into the future. All right, so I'm gonna take you through everything about the neutral grip, all right? So let's take a look. So the first thing we're gonna do is start with our top hand. So in most people's golf swings, the top hand is the weaker hand. So what we want to do is we want to have the club running across the palm of this hand, fingers of the bottom hand. So I'm trying to strengthen or secure the weak hand. I'm trying to weaken the strong hand. Now, there are players that the top hand is their stronger hand. You have an advantage. Okay, you don't have to do anything different. We're going to do exactly the same grip. It's just, if this is your stronger hand, you do have an advantage, and it's not as difficult to take the power out of the stronger hand. Okay, but for most people, the back hand is the strong hand. So we want to weaken this hand. We want to secure this hand. All right, so here's how we do it. So right here, when I come in with this hand, what I'm trying to do is keep this gap together. You can see how that's squeezed together. Now don't go like this and have the thumb against. You can see my thumb kind of curves away. It kind of creates a little V right here. But I'm looking at this line, okay? And you literally glue that to the side of your hand. Why that's important is because if this is together, that determines the position across your palm without you having to guess where it goes. You know, a lot of people are trying to guess here. That's what I did a long time ago. All you have to do is keep that together. If that's together, it will run perfectly across your palm. Okay? So keep this together right here. Now, as we come in with this hand, what I'm going to do with that together, I'm going to move my hand in until I feel the thumb just slightly off center. Okay, and I know that because I can feel it in the pad right here, the pad of my thumb. That is weak right there. I can feel that that is down the front surface of the grip. If I just move it off center, I can feel that in the pad of my thumb. You can see that this is together, and this line is pointing between my back ear and shoulder. When I look down, I see two knuckles. 1, 2. Some people, their knuckles don't protrude like this. So if you don't see your knuckles, check for the thumb position and the line. Okay, so this would be weak right here, 1 knuckle. This would be strong. You can see how my thumb goes more off to the side. 1, 2, 3. I see the 3rd knuckle. That is strong. The line points outside my shoulder. So I would back this off. Okay, so that would be a neutral position. Together here, I feel the thumb pad just slightly off center, and I see 2 knuckles. All right? So this is the easier of the 2 hands right here, because I've just secured this hand on the golf club. Now it's very important that you get this position, because this position determines the position of the bottom hand. So if this is out of position, you won't be able to put this one on properly. All right, so now with the bottom hand, this is usually the person's strong hand. I'm trying to take all power out of this hand. So that means we're going to hold the golf club in the fingers of this hand. Okay, fingers. See right here? I am literally holding onto it with that. I can barely hold on to the golf club. If you hold it down here in a strong position, you can have power and try to hit with that hand. And that is what I'm trying to get you to stop doing. I don't want you hitting the ball with your arms. I want you hitting the ball with your body. So we have to weaken your stronger hand. So when you bring this hand in, what I want you to do is curl. See how I'm curling my fingers right here? Makes like a curvature. Okay, so right here, if I curl my fingers, that reminds me that I'm going to put the club in that curvature. See, right there, in my fingers. Now, when it's in my fingers, what I'm going to do, I'm going to wrap this hand on top, creating this V right here. This line matches this line parallel between my back ear and shoulder. That should look pretty perfect in the camera. All right, so now just imagine if this was out of position, I can't put this on because now that would be weak. If I put this over here, see, that would be strong. So that's why I'm saying this hand determines this hand. Fingers, and then I wrap it on top. You can see there's no gaps. Sometimes I see the person's thumb right here because they didn't wrap it on top. Sometimes the person's thumb is down the grip. That's not good because that would compress the thumb right here. So that would lock your wrists. And then a lot of times I see people like this. Now the club can wiggle all over the place right here. We don't want to do that. So we want this together right here. We want this V because that will cradle our club at the top of the backswing. Okay, so let me do it again. So right here. Thumb is off center. That line points between my back, ear, and shoulder. 2 knuckles. Curl my fingers like that, and then I wrap it on top. Now you might have noticed there that I do an overlapping grip. Okay, I promote the overlapping grip. That's not to say you can't do an interlocking grip, but what I've found is when people do an interlocking grip, they kind of wedge their pinky way down in there to get secure, and now they can't wrap the hand on top. So if you're doing an interlocking grip, you cannot sacrifice this position for comfort here. Okay, so you need to think here. You need to match this line with this line parallel between your back, ear, and shoulder. All right, so that would be pretty perfect right there. Now, let me just show you a couple mistakes I see with the top hand here. So sometimes people go like this. There's a big gap here. Okay, that is because the club is sitting parallel to your knuckles here. So if you go parallel here, the problem with that is when you go to wrap your hand on, you will squeeze too much of the pad right here. I used to do that, and I used to have a big blood blister right here because I was squeezing too much of the pad. Also, when you do this in the fingers, you can get into a position where you've got too much cupping right here because the club being parallel to your knuckles, you can allow it to overcup at the top. Okay, if you do it across the palm, it's very difficult to overcup your wrist at the top of the backswing. So that's why I want it running across your palm like that. There's a famous picture of Hogan holding his golf club like that, and that is exactly what I would promote between the finger and the pad. So if you just wrap your thumb on, that's what you get. That is exactly the grip I am promoting. See? If you held that in your fingers, you wouldn't even be able to hold on to the golf club. Okay, so we don't want to hold it in our fingers. You want to hold it across the palm of the weaker hand. So we're securing the club here. We're weakening our stronger hand by holding it in our fingers. So what I would do is, as you're getting ready to hit shots, you do your grip, and then all you have to do, just before you hit the ball, you hinge the club up like that. Hinge it up. Look for your 2 knuckles. No gaps. This line points between your back, ear, and shoulder. That takes literally about 3 seconds of your life right there to check your grip. Check it, lower the club, hit your shot. All right? Because there's no sense doing it wrong. This is precise placement. Now, if you're someone that's done a strong grip and you go to this grip, you will hate it. That's because I'm taking the power out of your strong hand. But remember, I'm doing that for a reason. I want you to have loose wrists when you hit the ball, so we generate the power. And I want you hitting it pretty dead straight. You start doing a strong grip, wrist loose, you can see what happens to the face. You're going to roll this over, and you will start hooking it. So if you're someone that's doing a strong grip, just know this is going to feel awful, but I need you to do this about 30 balls in a row. Tee up your ball, give me 30. If you keep hitting it with the face open, just start releasing the club. Loosen up your wrists, okay? Loosen up your wrists. You give me 30 balls doing that, you will never want to do this grip ever again. I truly hope you've enjoyed this tip. You know, I've been teaching a powerful, effortless, pain-free golf swing now since 1991. If you'd like to learn this type of swing, then head on over to bodyswing.com/free samples, click the link up here or in the description below, and I'll send you some free samples of my Body Swing book and video series that take you step by step by step through how to build a powerful, effortless, pain-free golf swing. So once again, head on over to bodyswing.com/free samples, click the link up here or in the description below, and I'll send you the free samples right away.